Ooh yeah, you know what time it is. It's build a tactical mosin nagant time. Yep, that's what time it is. Hey guys, I'm going to build a tactical mosin nagant because, well, I finished my last project and I gotta have something to do on my off days or I'll go stir crazy. And it's really cheap, and I haven't got my student loans yet, so I need something cheap to occupy my time until I can buy my new 1911. So, I was talking to Dragon Breath today, and I said we should have a challenge to build a tactical mosin nagant, and we kind of chit-chatted about it, and he says he hasn't found a cheapy one yet, and he was looking, and I really kind of had it back in my head, and I went to a Army-Navy store around here and found this Chinese carbine, the last one they had, for, was this an M42, I think? I don't know my mosins all that well, but it was $180. Actually, it was a little less than that. I bought a 20-round mag and some paracord. So, yeah, right around $180. It's got a decent bore on it. The bluings looks pretty good. The wood looks pretty good. Doesn't look like it's all much service. Just needs a little cleanup, but not too bad. So, I'm going to build a tasteful, as best I can, tactical, quote-unquote, cheap-ass sniper rifle mosin nagant. I've already got kind of an idea of the parts I want to get, mostly because they're cheap. And I've seen some of these that have turned out horrible, covered in like shitty gray paint with an idiotically stupid red dot on a bolt-action rifle, which I've never figured out. And I've seen some done really nice, like a Rock Veteran 888's, or 8888. A Rock Veteran with 4.8s behind it. Built a really nice sporter mosin. So I'm going to try to lean on the nicer side, try not to make it into an ugly stick. Before any of the mosin fans get really mad, you can go look at my other videos. I've got a mosin 38 Tula with a PU scope, World War II PU scope fitted to it. So I've got a brand, an original mosin that's really nice. This is a cheap Chinese mosin. They're a dime a dozen, so don't get all mad. I will be building it probably over the next month or so, so take your time. I'm going to take it apart. And since I'm already taking it apart, I'll show you, if you are going to buy a mosin, one of the steps you need to do to basically get it ready for service, because most of these come in caked in cosmoline. Now I'm going to remove the stock. I'm not going to use the stock either. I'll show you what I'm going to use later when I get it, but I'm going to keep the bayonet because it's just cool. This and the SKS, as far as I'm concerned, have the coolest bayonets. But you see a bowl up here. Got the dollar store, and I've got some degreaser, concentrated degreaser, and I'll show you what you need to clean to get your mosin in service. You can shoot it straight out like this, but trust me, after about 5 to 10 rounds, you better have really strong arms, especially with this short stubby bolt, because that cosmoline starts to stick real bad, and you'll need a 2x4 to open that bolt. So I'll show you what we're going to do as we take it apart. Alright, one of the first things you're going to want to do, and the main thing you're going to want to do, is to clean this bolt carrier group. It's pretty easy to disassemble. There's lots of videos on it, so if you want to figure out how to take it apart, just type it in the search bar, and there's lots of guys trying to take apart your mosin bolt. But you need to take this out and out. And in order to take it out, it's really easy. Just pop it back and squeeze the trigger and just pull it back, and it'll come right out. Piece of cake. It can't be any simpler than that. Alright, once you've almost ripped your wrist in half taking this thing apart, these are the parts you need to clean. I recommend a good degreaser and a toothbrush. And I have loaned my toothbrush out to the girlfriend to clean something out, so I'll have to improvise with a rag. But something like this, clean them all off. I heard WD-40 works pretty good too. I use a degreaser. Get your firing pin spring, bolt body, bolt face. That's the other thing. If you get a bent bolt body, people go, oh, well, don't get that. It won't match the headspace. Well, dumbass, you're not changing the headspace. That's up here. So all you're changing is the bolt body. I got that last time I had a mosin video. So anyway, these are the parts you want to take, and you want to start soaking them, cleaning them off really good. They're going to be pretty nasty. You can kind of see that. The other place that's going to clean is the inside of the chamber. There's lots of different ways of doing it. They make a bore. You can get a bore cleaner to get in there and clean it all out. A hair dryer will heat it up, will clean it out. Heat gun, lots of different ways. So you'll have to pick your poison on how you want to do it. But the cosmoline really builds up in here on the locking lugs on the inside. If you stick your finger in, you can feel where the grooves and the bolt face lock into the barrel, and that's really where the cosmoline builds up. So you'll have to figure out how you want to clean it out the best. But you want to clean it out, otherwise you'll have a lot of problem opening and closing it. If you get a bent bolt body, it'll be much easier, and that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, we'll show you the next step. Alright, next step is going to be removing the magazine out of the barrel out of the gun. 3 screws, 1 here, 2 here. You have to take those off, and you'll have to slide the barrel bands off. Now, I haven't slid the barrel bands down off of a gun with a bayonet attached to it before, but I'm going to assume I just need to slide them up to there to take the top handguard off. Seems simple to me, right? So I'm going to take this apart, and we'll go to the next step. Also, got my other parts in here soaking. You can kind of see some degreaser before I start scrubbing them. I'll try and get the magazine parts in there if I can. You can definitely tell the difference between the Russian guns and the Chinese guns. I think I said 3 screws. That was stupid. There's only 2. 1 there, and one underneath the magazine. And just slide those barrel bands up. And you can definitely tell the difference between the Chinese guns and the Russian guns. The Russian guns are pretty well put together. Surprising, these Chinese gun, the parts were looser than your mom on a jet engine. Came right off. So we'll take this apart and see what we got. Alrighty, got that out of there real easy. This is what you're left with. Watch this stinking pin. Some of the guns, like this one, it stays in there, but a lot of guns, this is real loose and it'll fall out, and then your trigger won't work because it's falling out of the gun. So make sure that's in there real tight, and if it's loose, take it out. I don't see any caked on cosmoline. That's real obvious, but definitely could use a good cleaning. So there you go. We're going to take it apart, we're going to clean it down, and that's what we're going to do with it for a while. Got to wait till I get paid, get some extra money in, get the next parts ready. So stick around, check back for part 2, and in the meantime, I'm going to figure out what exactly I want to do with this. I've got kind of an idea. Also, like I said, I'm not keeping the stock. I've got a replacement in mind. So if anybody really wants Chinese carbine linked stock, I'll get rid of it really, really cheap. Just let me know. Alright guys, that's it. I'm going to start cleaning this sucker up. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.